Here he is from New York. That Kevin McCullough.
And we're back from New York. A little bit of a somber and serious couple of segments here with my very good friends, most esteemed ladies. I have such deep respect, profound respect for both of them because, as I mentioned in this last week on Town Hall, I wrote about the ferocity of moms that are getting involved in this issue. And that's where I want to start this conversation, Carol. The fact that women who won't even consider voting for a Republican on many other levels, even they are looking at their school districts and saying, this is out of control. Bethany told the story of a mom that reached out to her. Right. But you've created anxiety in a sector of the electorate that I don't think the left anticipated pushing back to the degree that they have. Absolutely. How important are the moms in this fight, and what are some things that you're noticing that moms are doing to take control of the situation?
I think you're right that the left had no idea the can of worms they were opening, and I don't think that Republicans are capitalizing on it enough. I think
a few of them are. Ron DeSantis, a handful of others are making this, a right. campaign issue, but not all of them for sure.
Right. We don't have that many Ron DeSantises, and it's an issue because I think that this is not a controversial topic. I know it seems controversial, like, the woke have control of so many institutions and they're so loud. And so it seems like what we're saying is controversial. The things like, not cutting the kids away from the parents, not turning the kids into child soldiers, not just all of the things that we talk about in the book that are being done to children, not sexualizing young children, none of that. Right. So it seems like maybe these are controversial topics, but they're not. These are like 80-20 issues, if not 85 and 90, 15-10. Wokeism is very unpopular. And that's why it's implemented through force. They do it the way that they do it because if they told you like, hey, we're introducing porn in the school libraries, nobody would want that. And so what they have to do is get those books in, and then you have to fight to get them out. So I think that Republicans should really understand that this is a layup for them. The issues like this do not come along that often. It's like, this is what they should do. They should fight for the children. And, we saw during COVID that some Republicans fought to open schools and some of them sat back. And that's exact same thing is happening now.
I want to ask both of you to respond to this, but I'll start with Bethany. You and I have talked about on my show the contention that I have that the left don't like children. They seek to use them as pawns. They will kill them if necessary to get their agenda done. And I'm talking in the womb all the way through cutting off perfectly healthy breast tissue and other things in kids that are too young to make the decision and to keep it hidden from their mom and dad. Why aren't people speaking without fear, like your friend saying to your daughter, saying to her daughter, baby girl, that's just not healthy for you, and we're just not going to do that?
So, I think that people are speaking up to their individual children, but people are cowed into silence. And that, a lot of what Carol was talking about, how they implement this by force, is true. And if you look at it sort of on a micro level, you have parents who are told by the experts that you have to listen to, if you don't allow your child to transition, they will kill themselves. And there is not good data on transition or suicide. It's quite the opposite. It turns out it's indicative of mental illness. And if your child has all of these gender identity issues, they have other mental health issues. So you can't really.
And by the way, suicide numbers on people that do transition, let's not talk about that either.
Yeah.
Right. So the experts are telling individual scared parents that they have to go along or else. And I spoke to a lot of parents who were put in this position. And even, my girlfriend, who I talked about earlier in the segment, she cannot find a mental health provider who will help her because the professional organizations of all of these therapists, psychiatry, you name it, all of them force their members to abide by a code of conduct. And the code of conduct says you have to go along with this. You have to be gender affirming. It's the same with pediatricians. And so she can't go to her pediatrician either. And so parents are literally backed up against the wall. by all of these woke professional associations. And it's very hard to find someone who will actually treat your child for what's going on with them. And so on a macro level, people are seeing what the media is doing to DeSantis, and he has had to absolutely wrap himself in Teflon.
That's it.
She's Bethany Mandel. She's Carol Markowitz. Kevin McCullough. Glad to have both of you ladies with us tonight. This went way too fast. Good luck on the rest of the book launch.
Thank you so much,
Please
Kevin.
come back. We have many
Definitely.
more important things to talk about, but also check out Carol. She's usually with me on Tuesdays. Bethany is often with me on Fridays on Kevin McCullough Radio. You can get the podcasts anywhere you get podcasts. Ladies, have a great night.
Ready or not, we'll be right back. That Kevin Show with Kevin McCullough.